in a minute. And another thing is we memorize by repetition. So if a policy dictates that you should change your password every day, you don't have much chance to repeat your password, so you will probably forget your password, and you will have to find another way to manage that password change frequency. And also, if you change between let's say locations, and you have to use different systems in different locations, which I guess is very common in the corporate environments now, then you tend to forget your passwords that you haven't used for a long time. And the situation gets even worse when you have to remember multiple of these passwords rather than a small number of them. And of course, if you forget a password, it costs you time, because you have to go and ask for a password reset, or you have to go through all that red tape to have a new password assigned to you. Or maybe if you don't readily have a help desk, you might have to wait another day for the people in the help desk to come back and assign you a new password. So obviously, what users do is they just use the least effort way to solve this problem, which is the solutions that we discussed earlier. Or some of the users use mnemonics. Well, the rest of the presentation is going to talk about reminders that the users use to remember their complex passwords. So let's see what a mnemonic is. Mnemonic is actually a reminder for hard to remember information, such as an unrelated sequence of objects. Many of you might know that my very eager mother just sewed us new pajamas is a mnemonic for the planets of the solar system. If you look at the first letters of the sentence, you will find the first letters of the planets in the solar system, including Pluto. Yeah, which is no longer. Okay, so Miller, the study of Miller has actually listed the strengths of the human memory, which works as a guideline for us to find out good mnemonic sentences or mnemonics for passwords. So we now know that semantic association is a good way to recall. For instance, if you associate the map of Manhattan to an apple, or a map of Italy to a boot, you can easily recall them, and when you're asked to draw it, you can easily draw that. And if you make this random information, if you could make this random information into a progression of ideas, or that is like if you can connect them as a story, you can easily remember them. For instance, if you want to remember the first digits of the number pi, you can just count the letters in the sentence. May I have a large container of coffee? So obviously, this is much easier than remembering 3141596. And another finding was that if you have mnemonics that have a syntactic coherence, such as if they're grammatical, the people have an easier time remembering them compared to ungrammatical sentences. So it's not enough if you just put out a sequence of words. You have to also make them grammatical. And another trick in creating mnemonics is, if you can chunk information into you can actually make it easier for people to remember. In this example, we have this 12 bits string, 11010101101100, which I don't think I will be able to remember now. But I could remember 13612 5 seconds from now, 13, 6, 12. But I cannot repeat the bit string. So what's wrong with the mnemonics? The problem is that people do not know how to use them. Do not know the existence of them most of the time. And also we know that if you come up with a mnemonic for your password, it has to be an easy to remember one, such as a riddle, an apple a day sends doctor away. And also they have to be hard to guess. Which is very problematic because the human languages they usually have a lot of redundancy. For instance, you even have systems that use this redundancy to make speech recognizers or grammar correctors, and similar natural language processing tools. So. In short, you have to be able to put a high entropy into your mnemonic sentence, and also maybe you might be good in creating one mnemonic for your account. But if you have to create several mnemonics for all your accounts, then you might have a very hard time ensuring that the mnemonic that you create is going to yield a good password. And also, if you have a policy that forces you to change your password periodically, that's also going to create a lot of strain on your mnemonic creation abilities. So people have looked at automatic generation of mnemonics. So one way you could automatically generate stories, but the problem is that it's hard to generate stories automatically because you can only achieve this for limited domains, and this technology is not intended for mnemonics if you use it for mnemonics. There are also methods that are developed exclusively for generating mnemonics. One is template-based generation. Here, in this example by Jones et al., the mnemonic sentences are generated from templates of part of speech, a sequence of part of speech, which normally generate a sentence. For instance, you can generate this random-looking password with by using the first letters of your mnemonic. Mark's canary illustrates Dylan's ninth headache, and also here, if you look, the exclamation mark can be generated from the name mark. And the number 9 could be generated from the number 9th or the numeral 9th in the sentence. Another example here. A similar system was proposed by Atala and McDonough. In that case, they used a manually created and limited template sets similar to Jones et al. And the problem is that the systems generated or the password mnemonics generated by this way have they don't have a semantic richness, and they are weak in coherence. Okay, in the system that we're proposing now, we want to use news headlines as sources for our mnemonics, because they have some nice desirable characteristics. First of all, they're easy to understand because that's what you see the first time you look at a newspaper, and they're usually concise summaries of the events that are described in the longer article under them. And they're catchy, and which we suppose they should also be memorable. They're catchy because the newspaper editor